Sugar has as great an addictive potential as alcohol or cocaine. Interview. According to Serge Ahmed, research director at the CNRS, the abundance of products very rich in added sugars exposes us to a real risk of addictio. La FIGAR. Can we talk about addiction to sugar as a drug? Serge Ahmad, Absoutely. It is necessary to remember what the two kinds of addiction are, one with substance, and the other without. That is to say behavioral, like addiction to video games, compulsive shopping, etc. In both cases, the central element concerns the loss of self-control, which must be identified according to a series of diagnostic criteria. For example, the compelling, irrepressible and intrusive desire to consume a substance, or the desire or the persistent efforts to put an end to consumption or to limit it, a criterion very often present, or the fact of consuming more than wanted. For example, for alcohol, it is the person saying that they are going to drink 1 or 2 glasses, and who finally down 2 or 3 bottles. Coming back to sugar, we tick all these criteria. How many are these addicts to sugar? In France, I am not aware of any studies estimating the frequency of this addiction on a population scale, but in the United States, Canada or Germany, where such work has been carried out, sugar addiction affects 5 to 10% of people. How is sugar addiction different from other types of addiction? The difference lies precisely in the diagnostic criteria. The more there are, the more pronounced the depending. An addiction is judged to be mild when it meets 2 to 3 criteria, moderate when it meets 4 to 5 criteria, and severe when 6 or more criteria are present. For sugar, as well as for alcohol or tobacco, the majority of those affected have a moderate addictio. The question of withdrawal is an important element. Going without sugar has no common measure with withdrawal from alcohol or opiates, but this can vary according to the individual. Above all, our studies and many others have shown that sugar has as much addictive potential as the most addictive drugs in humans: alcohol, cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, etc. It is now known that chronic and prolonged consumption of sugar leads, as with other drugs, to lasting biological changes in the brain. How did we understand that sugar was a problematic substance? Awareness of the problem dates back about 10 years. The obesity epidemic has been found to be linked to a radical change in the food environment, with the abundance of industrial products high in added sugars, including soda, and we then suspected an addictive loss of control in some of the over-consumers of sugar, with several clues to explain it. In nature, where our human species evolved, there are fruits that contain little sugar, while industry allows the manufacture of highly concentrated products. Our body is not prepared for these high doses, and we can draw a parallel with the emergence of alcoholism, which dates from the invention of strong alcohol, or addiction to cocaine, absent in coca leaf consumption tim. In addition, our body is not able to optimally metabolize sugar in liquid form, that offered in products from the food industry. Finally, there is no fatty and sweet in nature. However, this association creates a powerful taste stimulus. A neuroimaging study has just shown that sugar coupled with fat amplifies the activation signal of the reward circuit in our brain.